Nigeria governors and their successors are always having issues after leaving office. To make a clearer and a broader example of this situation, let us take Rivers State as a case study, where Wike made Fubara his successor, but today they are in fragments. Their relationship is in tatters. What nobody knew was that even in Bayelsa, the same situation is happening. What happened during the visit, the condolence visit to Pa Ike Clark by Bayelsa state political leaders, revealed that there has been a silent war going on between Serake Dickson and his successor. Listen to what Serake Dickson said during this condolence visit, and listen to how Goodluck Jonathan was able to meddle into the situation and calm the tension that would have arose.
But again,
our leader, the former governor, and now senator representing Bayelsa Western Senatorial District, and all other senators here present, our leader, our father, the former governor of old and new River States, and immediate past chairman of the Bayelsa State Tradition. Ideally, we would have, first of all, did everything in our language. But because of the presence of several high-ranking citizens of this country, we have to go in the language that we all speak. I was here just 2 weeks ago. I think I came back from one journey and we got the signal that Daddy was not feeling too well. So on my way to the airport, I got in here, saw him, and he was back to life. As usual, we gave ourselves the titles Kokoroko, and he too responded and said Yekorao, which means that nothing will happen to me. Say, my son, nothing will happen to me. Go back to the state and make sure you lead our people very well. So those were the kind of encouragements that he gave to me before I left him. And then we had our anniversary, and most of us were there, including Ambassador Gali. And the following morning, Ambassador Gali came to me and said, the situation of Papa is deteriorating, so I have an urgent message. So, Your Excellency, I need your permission to leave. I said, if it is about Papa, you don't even need to tell me. Please go there, and then if it means taking him out of the country, let us see what we can do immediately. And he came. And last morning, I received his call to say that Papa is no more. Well, for me, on that same day, we agreed that we were going to celebrate his centenary when he will be 100 years. And he too agreed that he will live for 100 years. But man proposes, God disposes. We cannot question God. Like the spokesperson, the Honorable Commissioner said, it is as if a young man has died, because all of us who have interacted with him knows that Papa's brain is sharper than most of us who are in our 30s and 40s. So he is one person that you can never ascribe age to. In fact, it is from him I believe now that age is only numbers. So we want to thank God for today, that he has led the Ijaw ethnic nationality. He has represented us in this country, and he has been a voice of the oppressed, a voice for democracy and a voice for the minorities. And so we are indeed very grateful to the rest of Nigeria, the kind of honor that is being done in listening to Ambassador Ighodalo from yesterday when he passed on up until this moment. And yesterday, as you have heard also, we were still continuing with our 5th anniversary, but because of his death, we had to cancel all our official engagements and declared a 3 days mourning in the state. And also directed all flags to be at half-mast, flying at half-mast. And that's the kind of honor we believe that we will continue to give to our late father, who has contributed immensely to the Ijaw ethnic nationality, to Nigeria. And hearing Ambassador Ighodalo of what is going on in the Senate is so refreshing. And we hope and believe that he will actually have a state burial. I came here, I met the Deputy Governor of Delta State, who informed me that his principal directed him to come. And we are very happy. I'm sure that between myself and the Governor of Delta State, we will liaise, and indeed the Governor of Rivers, we will liaise and see that we will all be involved to give our late father a state burial. Well, in Ijaw ethnic nationality, yes, when a man of this caliber is gone, all of us who are children, but there are those who are much more touched, the biological children and the junior brother and others. Otherwise, like Ighodalo had noted, we are all children here, so I refuse to sign the condolence register because I don't know what I will write there. I will be writing for myself. So, but we are all children. However, we have the biological children. So let me, on behalf of your states, the Ijaw ethnic nationality, and the good people of Bayelsa, the government, say Ado, Maklak, as you all know, your father is a father to all of us. I will not forget one incident when former Governor Dickson was in the saddle in Bayelsa State. He took a decision about the Ijaw Youth Council. And that decision led to a whole lot of uproar, blocking of the east-west road, and every other thing. And it became to the house here. It was about the president of the Ijaw Youth Council. And when we came here, Maklak, in settling that dispute, said, you, this young man, the president, the governor, sorry, is the Governor General of Ijaw Nation. And even me, as a very senior, the most senior person, I cannot disobey the governor. So if the governor has said it is you, young men, don't go and block the east-west road again. If you do that, you are disrespecting the governor of all the Ijaws. And it was Maklak who settled that matter amicably. I will not say the several other things he said that day to ensure that the Ijaw Youth Council did not go the other way and continue to respect the decision of the governor at that time. Maklak, we can go on and on in Maklak's peaceful nature, but very, very consistent in ensuring that justice, fairness, and equity is done to all manner of persons, particularly his own ethnic group, the Ijaw ethnic nationality. And so, my dear brothers, we have lost a voice we have lost an irreplaceable voice. Our prayer is that God will produce another Paklet for us. Our prayer is that the Clerk family will be united. The Clerk family and the whole of our community, the whole Kiagodo community will come together to give Paklet the kind of befitting burial. This is more of celebration of life. No matter how we miss him, he has left in the sands of time what I think that it will be difficult for any other person to fulfill. But of course, we always pray that our children should be better than us. And so we hope and pray that somebody will come and then maybe be better than him. But for now, it is a very great loss to all of us in the Ijaw ethnic nationality, in Bayelsa State and in Nigeria. And I want to appreciate all of you who have come and will continue to be here from the moment he left us up until today. Going forward, we may not be here with you because of official duties, but always remember that our spirit is here with you at all times. And we will stand with you shoulder to shoulder to ensure that we give our father a befitting burial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. President, our leader, our governor, and my worthy successor, our leaders and fathers, and brothers, my colleagues in the National Assembly, Pandef Chairman, and our brothers across Nigeria. Papa was the father of all, and our sister and brother, all of us. Anwar,
Yeah.
first of all, Chairman Panda, thank you for giving me an opportunity to say a few words again. You and I were together when you led Panda a few hours ago on a visit to the President of the Senate and his leadership. And we had agreed, even yesterday, that we were going to hold a very committee meeting to sort out a few technical issues. Thank you for what you've been doing since. As I was almost leaving the National Assembly to come here, I got a text. I saw a text from the governor, our dear governor, saying that he was around and coming to visit Papa. And I replied, so I'm also on my way there, so we'll meet there. He didn't tell me that he was leading a state delegation. And I like being surprised, and I enjoy it. I'm used to it now. And so I want to thank him for his thoughtfulness in putting this together. And our leaders and fathers, and our dear president who was here yesterday. I was at the service of songs of his former ADC. Then when I finished, I rushed down here again, second time, and was told that our leader had been here. So, Mr. President, thank you very much. And even on this occasion and now, in the usual manner, decided to to join this state delegation together with our governor. First, let me remind the governor, I have not been replying to it, but you know, seated here and listening to his account. Our dear governor has a way of stating these things, particularly when it affects the government he was part of. On the IYC issue, he was my principal secretary, deputy chief of staff, and he will recall. Because of our shared involvement in the job movement, I trusted a lot of things. He was one of those I was told to go to the late Senator Oduabaji to plead with him to offer himself leadership as president of the INC. When I knew that our dear leader, President Jonathan, was going to go for re-election, I knew that the John Nation needed to bring out its first elements for effective mobilization. And I called a meeting. Chief Alamisia, Fumodo, and a lot of them. He was there to join. And I asked, who do we use? I foresee a challenge, and the John Nation has to be fully mobilized. I didn't know Udeng Seradini. It was at that meeting, he was there, that Udeng's matter came up. And I said, okay, what I want is an articulate young man who has been part of the struggle. Asare was there too. Called all of them. And I said, I want somebody that knows our system and our history, where we're coming from, and can fearlessly articulate our challenges in this 2015 election I'm seeing coming. And Udengs was the one, and I endorsed it. On that day of the election, he was again the one. So it's not now or 2020 that I started trusting him. And trusting and having confidence in him. And gave him the challenge to go and deliver them. And he did that. The team with him did that. Thereafter, when Udengs was ending his service, without taking advice from me and without consulting his colleagues, leaders of the IYC, he did a congress and produced a secretary, Eric Omare, who was here yesterday too. And the other leaders of the IYC said no, they will not accept it. Our sister, Aunt is here. They all met, came to me. I said, Governor, will not accept what this your boy, Udengs, has done. I said, what do we do? There was crisis. It was at that time, I spoke with Pak Clark, whom I was briefing with on all these matters affecting the journey. Pak Clark had to summon a meeting. And again, I called on our governor to join me as my comrade in the just one. And we came here. Ambassador Ighodalo was part of the team. Pak Clark here now agreed. We all agreed. Now, Udengs, you have not carried along your colleagues in the struggle. And this your decision will not stand. Omare, we like you here. But we want a united IYC. So go and revisit this year. That was how we compelled them. And as governor, I stood by the leadership, the decision of the leadership. I think our father was also part of the meeting. So, seated here, well, on the Condolence, but hearing my brother, my comrade Adams, I felt I cannot be buried alive now, even though I've taken a decision in the past 5 years to be silent. I took decisions. And as a man that I've always been, I stand by the consequences of those decisions that I took in good faith. So that's about that. So today, our governor, thank you very much for putting this solidarity, this visit together. That's what we used to do when Oga was president, and all of them, we called all of them with the late Alamisi across the John Nation, visiting and showing solidarity. It's the right move. And I want to thank all of you for being part of it. We have lost an Iroko, the father of fathers. and a mentor of mentors, a leader of leaders. We have a huge vacuum. But we believe that working together, and with our governor leading, we all loyally, so I've been doing, humbly supporting, no matter what. Because Bayelsa must be kept safe, stable, for the John nation to be stable. That's why some of us are taking the position to take. I thank all of you for being part of this, and I hope that under the governor's leadership and working with Chairman of PANDEF, we'll all work together to give our father a befitting interment and to host the entire nation and beyond. It's a good privilege to see all of you again, and God bless us all. And once you go, please join the message back home. Thank you. Anwar.
Yeah. Thank you. Otherwise, coming here, the period, you will find it difficult to smile because of what we have lost. But first, let me appreciate all of us here. Our governor, Governor Diri, who has brought the Bayelsa delegation, our oldest former governor, the first military governor of the whole River State, who is now the king of the man of Tombras, and our immediate past governor, Governor Dickson, who is now senator. We have senators here, House of Rep, other royal fathers here, the chairman of Bayelsa Council of Traditional Rulers. I hope I will not say something that people will say I'm wrong, but I will call Professor Clark the chief mourner, being the younger brother of our late. Just like when my elder sister died, I was the chief mourner. So they are grown-up children. I say you are children. If I say sit down, you have to sit down. And let me sincerely appreciate the former Secretary of Government for coming, and my good friend, Bishop Kuka. I always joke with him that, in fact, I prefer calling you Father Kuka, because the way you fire, I say Father Kuka, when the cashocks of a bishop are put on you, it will weigh you down. But even with the cashocks of a bishop, he's still firing. So I thank you for being here, and all of us are here. Today, let me first thank our governor for leading the Bayelsa delegation. And somehow it's a coincidence that you did not tell me you were coming here.
No,
just
sir.
tell King Steve that
You were not part of my delegation, sir.
well, in fact, so,
You were not, sir.
and just like
Well,
Dickson said, he was also to come. And this is a serious coincidence.
Yes,
that
sir.
shows that the spirit
Thank you, sir.
of the Joe nation is on you. And that is why as you are coming, without you knowing that, you pull all the leaders of the Joe nation to come and support you. So thank you for that leadership. And my governor, my former governor, my senator, I can also tell you my very powerful attorney general. Because he was my attorney general for the 1.5 years that I was the governor of Bayelsa State. Dickson is a very strong character. So yes, you raised some issues, but it's a giving account. I wouldn't want two of you to have any disagreement over presentation of historical facts. Because even the Bible, that we even believe that it was by revelation. If you read the Synoptic Gospels, Mark, Matthew, and Luke, the presentation of things as a bishop is here. Even the first temptations of Christ that they always ask in school certificate Bible lessons, they place them. One will place one first, the other one will place another one first. That means that giving historical accounts, especially when you want to summarize, are always very difficult. I wouldn't want you people to disagree.
So I withdraw mine and adopt his own.
But the key thing is that issues came up.
Mine was just a summary.
You were able to solve it, and Ike Clark and all of you played the key role, and that is what we are going for it. We didn't want disagreement because we are not too many, the ethnic nationality. Our leaders must work together. And we should not allow any little gap for any reason. So I have to thank all of you, thank both of you. On our father, of course, I spoke yesterday. Everybody said the same thing. So if you are going to talk about Ike Clark, you only use different words to say the same thing, because we know who he stands for. In fact, when he died, just today, not yesterday, a friend of mine from Benue State called. He said, President Jonathan, now that Ike Clark is gone, you have to take over the leadership because you have to replace him in Nigeria. I said, look, yes, by divine providence, I had the privilege of becoming the president of Nigeria for 5 years. But the shoes that Ike Clark was wearing, my foot, they are too tiny to fit in. Because the kind of in-depth knowledge he had. And of course, he started to play actively before independence and after independence, the military and so on. When he was the Federal Commissioner for Information, I was in primary school. So you cannot say that Jonathan can go and play that role. I said, somebody said, okay. I don't know what's up. Oh, maybe Igali is now the leader of party. In age, I'm even older than Igali. I know, well, Igali is an historian. I'm not an historian. So in terms of historical knowledge, he may know a number of things. He's a diplomat too, and a scholar. But even then, I said, look, Ike Clark did not just represent the Ijaw ethnic nationality. He spoke for Nigerian oppressed citizens. He spoke for the minorities. He discussed national issues. And I said that if there are some senior people, some of them are even presidents and former heads of state, say certain things, can Igali challenge them? Igali is too small to challenge them. He will not. He will be careful. Just like Bishop Hooker said, he will go to his own comfort zone as a diplomat and play around. But Ike Clark will come out with fire and brimstone and challenge and say what he thinks is best for the country. He's somebody that it will be very difficult for us to replace. We pray that as we progress, God will create. Just like when God told Moses that he was not going to enter the promised land, he provided Joshua. The Bible don't give us a comprehensive comparison. Maybe Kuka can help us. Whether Joshua was able to do the things the way Moses did, but at least Joshua managed to complete the assignment. So we believe that God will provide Joshua for us, not just for us, the Ijaw people, but for the minorities and for Nigerians generally. Because Ike Clark was somebody who felt the right thing must be done. It stands for justice, not just about majority or minority. He was a very good friend to Ayo, the late Adebanjo. They work together. Ayo is from one of the most dominant, the Yorubas, because we talk about the trade tripod. The Hausa, the Yorubas, and the Igbos. They work together. They believe in democracy. They believe in the country doing the right thing. So it's not just even about the minority. It's somebody we cannot replace. We'll do our best to celebrate his death. From what Igali is saying, they say that they should kill at least 1 or 2 cows every day. I'm happy that the governor of Bayelsa said that himself, his own 2 colleagues, the governor of Delta and the governor of Rivers State, they would put heads together and give him a state area. We would all be there to work with them and do the little we can do. And I believe we'll all celebrate our father in a way that he will be happy. So let me, once again, like Igali said, I am the first son of the man. On behalf of the children, our chief mourner, and others, to thank all of you who are here, and those who have been coming from yesterday, and those who will continue to come, because I may not be able to come every day to give vote of thanks. I'll be coming once a while until the burial is concluded. I will be visiting from time to time. Let me, on behalf of all of us, appreciate your presence. And I have to sincerely thank the governor for leading the state delegation. And I know that when we go to Kiabudu, I know that the team will be much more than this, because Bayelsa State will take over Kiabudu. I thank you all.
Goodluck, Ebele Jonathan is always the peacemaker. He's always making peace, even where there is war. Kudos to him for being a father and playing the role of a peacemaker among these political gladiators.